What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports. And the Phillies lose once again. They lose again. They lose in Kansas City by a score of 7-4. And same old, same old. Same old, same old the past 4 games, basically. Offense actually had 11 hits today, so I guess that's something to an extent. Taijuan Walker was on the mound, and he did Taijuan Walker things. He didn't go, only went 3 innings in this game. Only went 3 innings. He allowed 6 earned runs, 2 home runs, and 5 of those runs were allowed in the 5th inning. Right after the Phillies tied the game. And what's funny about that, too, is the Phillies tied the game, and they had a chance to extend the lead. JT led off the top of the 3rd with a double. Brandon Marsh drove him in. Austin Hayes made it 1st and 3rd with nobody out, and then the top of the lineup went down swinging, basically, once again. Kyle Schwarber struck out, and Trey Turner grounded out into a double play to end off that inning. And that's when the Royals did their thing in the bottom of the 3rd, a couple of home runs there, one of them by Salvador Perez. And, yeah, that's basically it. Phillies got some runs when it was, I guess you can say, garbage time. And, yeah, they put up some good at-bats. Yeah, they made some decent defensive plays. Bryson Stott at second base and all that stuff. Brandon Marsh had a couple of good hits, for what it's worth. It's not a loss. It's not a loss. I do appreciate people that did join during the live stream watching the game. If you could even call it watching the game. I was basically just sitting here playing Persona 4 Golden during the entire game because the game was just completely unwatchable. And thankfully, I did decide to play Persona 4 Golden because it kind of took my mind off of the game. But also at the same time, it was just very laughable watching it, especially that 3rd inning implosion by Taijuan Walker. It's just unreal how many times this guy gets to take the mound, and he is probably going to take the mound once again because they're just never going to get rid of him. They should DFA him. He should be DFA'd. I don't care. Just get this guy off the fucking team. Get this guy off the fucking team. He stinks. He stinks. Just like the rest of the team right now. He stinks. Stinks. Doesn't even go 3 innings. Oh, he does go 3 innings. He doesn't even go more than that, I should have said. Well, it didn't feel like he went it, if you understand what I mean. What the funny thing about that, too, is Ranger Suarez is supposed to start tomorrow, and Ranger Suarez hasn't pitched in a live game in weeks. So you know he's going to be on a pitch limit. You know he's going to be on an inning limit. So that means more bullpen arms are going to be used tomorrow, on top of all the bullpen arms that you used today. And then you're going bullpen game on Sunday, because Topper decided it was time to give the starting rotation an extra day of rest. So you're going bullpen game on Sunday. So there is a realistic opportunity that the Phillies get swept in this series. Calling it right here that there is a real chance that the Phillies get swept in this series. Because we don't know what Ranger's going to look like tomorrow. And can you even guarantee the offense to do anything tomorrow? No. No. No, you can't. The Phillies can realistically get swept in this series. And who knows what the Atlanta Braves are going to be doing against the Washington Nationals in the next 2 games, because they won tonight in extra innings. Granted, it was another low-scoring affair for the Braves, but still, yeah, they're capable of losing to the Washington Nationals. But right now, as it stands, the NL East division lead is at 5. And say if you get swept by the Royals, and then the Braves win the next 2, that is 3-game lead in the division. 3-game lead there. So, yeah. This division can be looking like something completely different in the next half a week, honestly, with the way this team is playing. And I'm not shocked. And I'm not shocked in the slightest. I keep being told that, dude, they're like 1 or 2 games out of having the best record in the National League, best record in baseball, all that stuff. How can you just sit here and seriously say that? I just want to know. I really just want to know how you can sit there and just have that mindset. This team has been playing bad baseball for 3 months, I guess you could say. 3 months at this point. It's bad. It's very bad. Very, 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 very bad. So, I can't even fathom having that mindset. And I've said multiple times, I'm normally Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected. I'm normally Mr. Positive. I'm normally, looking towards the future. They'll be fine, blah, 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 blah. As you could tell from like so many recent streams of the past week to the past month or so, month and a half or so, I have not been Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected because I saw issues that were just continuing to be problems and they were not getting fixed. And I just saw something that was just spiraling into something that was just unacceptable. And we keep getting that. So I'm not going to sit here and just be Mr. Positive, look at their record. They're almost still one of the better teams in the National League. If that's the case, if the Phillies are still near one of the better records in the National League, that tells me the rest of the National League sucks. If they're one of the near best records in baseball, that tells me the rest of baseball sucks. Why do we have to be in the group of that? Why can't we be the outlier? It's just something that I think about. It's just something that I think about on a daily basis. And if you wanted a more fiery version of me today, more fiery Amadeo going off on this team, I don't have the energy. I completely don't have the energy to do that. No, it's not from the previous live stream. That is not what drained me. The Phillies are what drains me. Of my sanity, of my energy, of my willingness to be happy, because I have not been happy about watching this baseball team in a very long time. In a very long time. Put on a fake face when they won, those 4 games in a row or so with the Marlins in the National Series. Put on a fake smile. Then it went back to the norm. But, yeah, it's what it is. It's what it is now. So, not worth it to constantly scream into this microphone. Not constantly worth it to lose my mind. I think my mind's fully gone at this point. I don't think there's any salvaging my mind for the rest of the season at this time being. So, we're far from recovering that. But it's just pain after pain after pain after pain after pain. This team is just difficult to watch. It's not fun at all. Not fun at all. It's a dread watching this team. It just is. It really just is. I really can't say anything else. I really can't say anything else. So if you just want to look at how this game transpired, top of the first inning, obviously, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Taijuan Walker allows a run in the bottom of the first inning after Trey Turner messes up on a Pasquantino, hit up the infield. Trey Turner made the nice sliding play to get to the ball, but then he flubbed it on the transfer. So then eventually Salvador Perez doubled down the left field line, and that scored the run. Top 2, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Bottom 2, Taijuan Walker relatively had a clean inning after a leadoff walk. Top 3, JT led off with a double, then Brandon Marsh singled home JT to tie the ball game up. Hayes then singled to make it first and third. It was kind of one of those blooper singles. You didn't know if it was going to get caught or not, so Marsh stayed over at third base. It was a good decision base running wise. Then Kyle Schwarber struck out on a check swing. And then Trey Turner graded down into a double play. Not really shocked. Not really shocked there. Bottom 3, Massey leads off with a single. Bobby Witt Jr. grounds out for a force out, but they're not able to get the runner at second base. Pasquantino then singles to drive the run home. Then Salvador Perez hits the 2-run shot. Melendez then singles, and then Hunter Renfroe hits another 2-run shot to make it 6-1, and then Taijuan Walker eventually got out of the inning. And that would be the final inning of his night. Top 4, Bryce Harper led off the inning with a double. Then Nick Castellanos scored him on a ground out. Bohm flew out, which advanced Harper over to third. So that's how, Schwarber was able to drive him in. Bottom 4, Tyler Gilbert out there. Basically had a relatively clean inning. Top 5, Phillies go down 1-2-3. Bottom 5, Renfroe walked, and then Paul DeYoung doubled which scored a run throw, became 7-2. Top 6, Trey Turner reached in on a fielding error. Nick Castellanos got a single, so you had first and third there with 2 outs for Bryson Stott. Just a horrifying at bat. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lazar out there again. Relatively clean inning. Top 7, JT leadoff single, Marsh grounds into a fielder's choice, Hay grounds into a fielder's choice, and then Schwarber strikes out. Bottom 7, Alvarado allowed a couple of base runners, not surprised, but he got out of the inning unscathed. Top of the 8th, Bryce Harper with a single, Alec Bohm with an infield single, Castellanos reached in on an infield single. Harper scored on a wild pitch, then Bryson Stott hit a sac fly, so that's 2 runs scored there. It becomes a 7-4 ball game. Bottom 8, Banks out there. He gets a 1-2-3 inning. Top 9, Braden Marsh with a leadoff double. And then, Hayes flies out, Schwarber flies out, and then Trey Turner strikes out. So that's your ball game there. Lineup-wise, Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner go a combined 0 for 10 with 6 strikeouts. Beautiful. Bryce Harper goes 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, so I guess in essence he did his job today. Alec Bohm 1 for 4 with a run scored. Nick Castellanos 2 for 4 with an RBI. Bryson Stott 1 for 3 with an RBI. JT 2 for 4 with a run scored. Marsh 2 for 4 with an RBI. And Hayes 1 for 4. So the bottom of the lineup technically was doing the damage today. You're seeing those big goose eggs there from Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber. Phillies went 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 runners on base. Pitching wise, after Taijuan Walker, who only went 3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, and 2 home runs allowed on 78 pitches. Gilbert comes in, throws 2 innings, allows 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Lazar comes in, allows a hit, strikes out 1 on 18 pitches. Alvarado, 21 pitches, allows a hit, and allows a walk, only threw 10 strikes. Then Banks came in, threw 12 pitches, and got a 1-2-3 inning. What else? That's basically it. Today, you really can't say that Bryce Harper was the issue today. He went 2 for 4. He did his job. He scored 2 runs. So, in essence, he did his job today. It was Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber that were the issue. So, Bryce Harper avoids blame for today, but that could go a long way. That's basically it. Nothing really else much mattered in this game. It's kind of a bore fest. After the Royals scored all those runs in the 1 inning, it was basically it from there. So, not really shocked in the slightest at the end there. Just unreal. Just unreal. Tyler Gilbert has been optioned to AAA to make room for Ranger Suarez. Oh boy. Phillies hitters did not draw a single walk today. They've drawn just 8 walks in their last 6 games. They've struck out 54 times in that span. Not going to find success if you don't walk. Not going to find success. Ricky Bowe went off on Taijuan Walker. Oof, I want to hear that.
What is going on?
Taijuan Walker, number 1, I wouldn't put him back out on the mound. Yeah. Definitely not as a starter. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but, I mean, this guy, this has been a failure from the get-go here. And whatever was ailing him, I don't know if it's still ailing him, but he doesn't look like he's able to get many people out. I mean, he was getting pounded around the ballpark. At one point, in 1 inning, I believe there were 7 100-mile-an-hour hit baseballs. In 1 inning. That's hard to do. I mean, you have to literally be throwing batting practice to have that done to you. And he went out that and did that, giving up 3 runs in the 3rd inning. He doesn't have a lot of put away stuff, and he put his team in a hole, quite frankly. I mean, you're talking about going down 6-1 in a ball game. You're not really feeling real comfortable about that, and especially the way this team in the top of the lineup's been hitting, you don't feel like they're going to score many runs at all. This is a team that, you got to get better starting pitching than that. Some guys' bats did awake, but it was too little too late in a game like this.
Definitely. Ricky Bowe sounds as defeated as all of us at this point. I think he's even getting tired of yelling at the end of the day. What else? I don't see anything else, and besides, no, don't really see anything else there. You know what I mean? Apparently, Taijuan Walker deactivated his Twitter account. Taijuan Walker, did he deactivate his Twitter account? Yeah, he definitely did. He 100% deactivated his Twitter account. He 100% deactivated his Twitter account. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, Rob. Rob! You guys need to hear this.
So what'd you think of Taiwan tonight?
Well, I'm encouraged by the velocity, but and really should have gotten out of the first inning. Weak ground ball, base hit, kept the inning alive, and then Perez hits the ball down the line. But in the third inning, everything was in the middle of the plate, so it's command. I am encouraged by the velocity.
What do you think is preventing him from getting like ahead in counts, just in general?
I think it's just more attacking the hitters, but then you don't want to be in the middle of the plate all the time. So it's kind of it's one of those things. But yeah, he gets behind and then he has to come to the middle, and that's when he gets hit.
Do you think he'll make his next scheduled
I
start?
don't know. We haven't talked about it yet.
What I guess at this point makes you confident that he is going to turn it around?
Well, just the velocity jump, but you still have to command the baseball.
We don't know if he's even going to talk. We haven't even talked about his scheduled next start, but did you know I'm encouraged about his velocity? Did you know that I was encouraged about his velocity? Oh, joy. Oh, joy. I was encouraged by his velocity. Encouraged by his velocity. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus fucking Christ. Unreal, boys. Just unreal. Just unreal. I really got nothing else to say at the end of the day. Do have a text message here on the Anytime Hotline. It's from Jonathan. Feel like Walker doesn't even want to be here. I mean, the lineup did its job and put up what would have been enough runs to win this one. Is 4 runs enough win in the end of the day with this team? Walker had not been the Walker we've seen all year. Hopefully Ranger would be back to his... Nah. Ranger hasn't pitched in so many weeks. He's not going to go deep into the ball game. He's going to be on a pitch limit. He is 100% going to be on a pitch limit. Keep your expectations very low for Ranger Suarez to start tomorrow, please. Everybody, I understand you want to try to find some glimmer of hope there, but Ranger is 100% going to be on some type of pitch limit tomorrow. It's going to be probably around 80 pitches or something like that, 80, 90 pitches. He probably won't go near 4 or 5 innings into the ball game, so you're going to have to rely on the bullpen. You're going to have to rely on the bats. I'm just staying rationally here, and obviously you're going with the bullpen game on Sunday, so it's what it is. It's what it is. You really cannot expect much from Ranger Suarez tomorrow. Even if he does look to a slight as good, you just can't expect much because he's not going to go deep into the ball game because of him being not playing for so many weeks. It's just the standard of when a pitcher misses so much time, he's going to eventually come back and be on a pitch limit. That's what's going to happen. So, that's where we stand at the end of the day. What else is there? Really not much. Not really much. Not really much. Not really much else. Post-game wise. So, I'll get to you guys here in the live chat section, and then we'll probably call it because I'm just out of energy with this team. I'm just out of energy. I really just am. So, I apologize for that. And like I said, it's not from the live stream earlier, from watching the game. It's just in general with this team. I agree, Dylan. Team is so fraudulent. It's not even false anymore. Yep. They saw the Eagles collapse and they said, hey, we can top that. At least Bryson Marsh showed improvements at the plate. That's the only positive takeaway from this. Yeah, they haven't hit a home run in a while. Don't even know what to tell you guys anymore. I just don't. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I told you, they're probably going to get swept in this series. And knowing the way this franchise works, they'll find a way to suck us back in. They'll find a way to suck us back in. Whether that's winning a series against the Astros or winning that series next week against the Braves, they'll find a way to suck us back in. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but like with the way this franchise has just worked over the years, just in general, not even the past few years, just over course of time, they find a way to suck you back in. That's what they do. Like I said, it'll be either a series win against the Astros or a sweep at the Astros out of nowhere, or either series win against the Braves or a 4-game sweep at the Braves. That's when they'll try to suck you back in. Well, they're going this little winning stretch in the month of September, blah, 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 blah. That's how it will work, probably. 100% I can guarantee it. Because that's what this franchise has done its entire existence. At least in my existence, at least. They find a way to draw you back in. They try a way to make you believe that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Fun, ain't it? Fun, ain't it? But I got nothing else for you guys. I got nothing. So, I think that's what we're going to call it tonight, boys. More of a quicker stream than usual. That's also on top of having the long watch party earlier as well. So, figured I'd keep this one a little shorter than normal. So, yeah. In terms of tomorrow's recap and the next day, I think I won't do a recap tomorrow, and I'll save the recap for Sunday. It's just to take a little break in general. Also, it being the weekend at the end of the day. So, most likely there will not be a recap tomorrow, and we'll just save it for Sunday. So, just definitely, stay tuned with the subscription feed. You'll see it pop up when something pops up. So, and you'll see an update on Twitter and everything there. If you're following me on Twitter, it's down below on your screen. Yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, that'll just do it for tonight, everybody. Appreciate you all for tuning into tonight for this recap and also the watch party stream just in general. Appreciate every single one of you. I may not sound happy, but I do love every single one of you that joins up and hangs out. So, appreciate every one of you. It means the most. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service with the YouTube algorithm. Also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal. Don't pass it up. And, yeah. Life is just misery and pain. That's all it is. So, thanks, guys, for tuning in.